know there are so many familiar faces, so many catch-ups. If you can settle down, we should be starting the evening. Just a quick request to everybody, if you can have your mobile phones on the silent mode as well, that'll really help during the course of this evening. So many things to look forward to, so many awards to be given away, so many wonderful performances as well. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th edition of the Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Awards. I'm Radhakrishnan Srinivasan, usually referred to as RK, and I'm thrilled to host this evening and guide you through the celebration of extraordinary changemakers and their remarkable achievements. We've got a birthday boy in our midst as well. I know he's embarrassed. We'll get to that in some point in time. Of course. But the Hindu BusinessLine is known for its credible business news coverage, in-depth market analysis, and reader centricity, offering detailed perspectives on the economy across industry verticals such as automotive, banking, IT, metals, aviation, and much, much more. BusinessLine's agribiz and commodity pages are much sought after for the specialized information that they do provide. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we honor those who have made a significant impact on society. Tonight promises thought-provoking presentations and exhilarating performances and many inspiring stories of perseverance and resilience. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin this special evening. But before we start, as I requested earlier, please put your phones on silent. But of course, make sure that you keep your posts coming on X and of course on Instagram as well around tonight's awards ceremony with the hashtag BLCM2024. I repeat, hashtag BLCM2024. And please do not forget to tag BusinessLine. Thank you so much in advance for that. Right, we kickstart this evening with an opening act, followed by a very captivating presentation by a changemaker in his own right. The Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Awards are presented and wouldn't have been possible but for some lovely people, presented by Shastra University, and they are the presenting partner, and powered by State Bank of India. The event is also supported by associate partners, Life Insurance Corporation of India, J&K Bank, National Thermal Power Corporation, Union Bank of India, National Mineral Development Corporation, SR, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Swelect Energy, and Indian Bank. Casa Grande is the realty partner, while Fortinet is the cyber security partner. The event is further amplified by NDTV 24/7 as the TV partner. The award's knowledge partners are Deloitte and Ashoka, along with Neeti Consulting as the validation partner. Anand Prakash is the gift partner, and Daily Hunt, our online streaming partner. Okay then, now to set the tone for this evening, we are thrilled to have an incredible artist amidst us. Sumesh Narayanan, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sumesh Narayanan, a renowned percussionist, is known for his rhythmic brilliance and versatility, having mesmerized audiences worldwide with his unique blend of tradition and innovation. Sumesh's performance tonight promises to be a captivating musical journey. Presenting, ladies and gentlemen, the immensely and exceptionally talented Sumesh Narayanan on stage. Over to you, sir. Well, that was quite sensational, and I'm not saying it very, very lightly. That was indeed sensational. The reason why I also say that, Sumesh, is when you think of percussion, when you think of mridangam per se, the most that you think of, especially when it comes to classical music, is Taniyavartanam, when there is a special section that is devoted to about 5 or 10 minutes of mridangam. But the ease with which you moved around from one instrument to another and catered to people from different generations was just unbelievable. Because there was a point in time when you reminded us of the age-old Doordarshan music. So that was 80s, because I was an 80s kid. So that was 80s for me. You can come in the middle. I mean, you're the man. You're the man here. So, I mean, just, and the next thing that I knew was you moved into techno. I mean, just sensational. Was just looking at who you are and what you are, well-traveled, exceptional performer that you are. But what fascinated me was your Instagram bio there. We're a different generation. We talk Instagram more often than not these days. To groove is divine is what you say. Take us through that journey of divinity.
First off, thank you so much for having me. I'm extremely, extremely honored to be in a room full of such wonderful people. Well, this act that I premiered in June is a one-man solo percussion. I just like to be on stage in my own zone and try and come up with the tagline for to groove is divine was something like delightfully imperfect and curious to face it. And so I think the divinity sort of lies in the imperfection, and nothing is perfect at all if you think about it. So wabi-sabi.
In a sense, would I be right to say that you revel in a bit of imperfection yourself?
Well, I am imperfect, whether I like it or not. What I can choose to do about it is to sort of unearth all of these imperfections that's within me and embrace them. I don't have to preach them, but I can embrace them. So.
And here's somebody who actually truly followed his passion, isn't it? Because, I mean, if I'm right, please correct me if I'm wrong, BCom is what you did, and therefore, from there to this has been quite a very, very different journey for you.
To be really honest, and I'm sorry for saying this out, Amma, but BCom was really for my mom. I actually wanted to
There are quite a few of us like that in this room, so don't worry about that, yeah.
But I, for the longest time, I think I've always known the arts were my calling. And like every other South Indian household, I also started playing and learning the mridangam. But I never thought it would consume me so much. And I mean, I'm here making a living out of it, playing to you guys. So thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was just a wonderful start.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Sumesh Narayanan. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, now we shall move on and listen to an inspirational presentation by Commander Abhilash Tomy, a retired Indian Navy commander and an exceptional aviator. Renowned for his daring solo circumnavigation of the globe, Commander Tomy's remarkable journey has been a testament to his courage, grit, and passion. Tonight, Commander will share his incredible experiences, his challenges, and his vision for the future of exploration and adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in welcoming Commander Tomy on stage for his story of resilience and determination. It's all yours.
No, fine. I need a minute to set up my laptop, so please bear with me. But I hope you can hear me. Let's have the screen. First of all, I need to say how incredibly honored I'm here to be today, speaking to a bunch of people who've been writing about me for the past probably 10 years or more. And I should tell you, 2006, 18 years ago, I took part in a sailing race. It was my first national championship. It was in Chennai. I finished fourth. After 4 months of training, I finished fourth in that championship. And um, Sportstar wrote a single line which said,
the worst was over, we had another episode to listen to you. And the remarkable thing is how you carried it off with a smile throughout this presentation. Just incredible resilience. Lovely. Thank you so much for inspiring all of us. So the next time I complain, I'm just going to think about it generally in life. Lovely. Thank you so much. May I now invite Ms. Chitra Narayanan from BusinessLine for a candid chat. If you can come up, please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chitra Narayanan.
Yeah, I had goosebumps listening to your story, and I'm sure I'm sure everyone here, unbelievable, unbelievable. They say truth is, sometimes, fact is stranger than fiction, and your story is completely stranger than anything else, right? So I'll ask a couple of questions, but I'm sure so many people are dying to ask you questions. Picture to bahut hi baki hai abhi. What you haven't said, we have so many things to ask you. So, one thing struck me, you said it's a voyage of madmen. So what prompted the madness in you to begin with? What kida was in your head that you had to, the sea and you, where did it all begin?
Well, once I started going to sea, I realized it's madness to stay here, behind tables, putting signatures. Well, it was a childhood dream, to be honest. I was inspired by the voyage of Trishna. My father was in the Navy. And, the first time I saw a sailing boat, I decided this is the only thing I'm going to do in life. And that's the reason why I joined the Navy. It started when I was very young.
How, you were very young when the sea bug bit you?
6 maybe.
Then and why did you go in for flying? I think in your career you were you were in the aviator wing of the Navy.
Again, at that age, there was this gentleman from my father's base who took off, crashed, and died. Naval aviator. And this became news, front page in Manorama. This was Cochin. I asked my mom to read it out, and one thing led to another, and I just couldn't get the idea of a man flying over the sea or wherever. I couldn't get it out of my head. So I wanted to become a pilot also.
Oh.
And the only place where you can fly and sail is the Navy. So I, got through engineering, medicine, whatever. I just didn't want to do any of those things.
My God. So Abhilash sets his heart on something and he gets it. He wanted to sail, he wanted to fly, and there he's got a career which allows him to do both. That's amazing. And one thing I had is, you talked about 5 months or more of solitude, and here I can't stop even 1 minute without speaking or whatever. What is the trick to overcome solitude without speaking?
Well, there's no trick. There is no trick. The difference between solitary confinement and single-handed sailing is that you don't want to go into solitary confinement, right? The glory of being alone is solitude, and I wanted to be alone. Because the kind of freedom that I experience when I'm alone is something that I never get when I'm on land. The freedom to have an opinion, the freedom to change your opinion, the freedom to live without an opinion, the freedom to live without wondering what the other guy is thinking about you, the freedom to change your beliefs, have a belief, not have a belief. I get that at sea. I don't get that here.
So what are you thinking? What were your thoughts when at sea?
Nothing. There are no thoughts. I kept focusing my attention on breathing. I was always meditative for those entire 5 months in the first attempt, 8 months in the second attempt. You really don't have too many thoughts. You're focused on what you're doing, and that's it. And there is no memory. You don't remember what happened yesterday or day before yesterday. All your connection to land just breaks off. So you're in a very different world when you're there for so many months.
But you did keep a diary of sorts, or did you write, or how did it go?
Yes, I did keep a diary, but I make it a point to throw it overboard before I finish. So I don't want anybody to read all the intimate thoughts that I had when I was at sea.
Okay. So I'll now, at this point, throw the, this thing open for questions. Shiv here, I think, already had a question in mind. Shiv, everybody knows Shiv Kumar, former PepsiCo chief, former Nokia chief. So yeah, Shiv.
Yeah, I had a question, which is, in business or in sport, when we go through a tough situation, we ask our teams to be resilient. Okay, In this situation, you're alone, and you're talking of months and months. What does it mean to be resilient over 11 months or 12 months? And does the concept of resilient even come into your mind when you go through that?
Well, it's quite simple. I mean, you ask your team today you have to be resilient and they are resilient for that one day, doesn't work. It's built over time. And the one sentence answer to build resilience is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. If you constantly, are looking for all those pleasures right now, your resilience level comes down. Extremely optimistic people are poorly resilient. That's another thing that we need to remember. So you can become resilient, but you cannot one fine day ask your employees to be resilient for 2 days and then, third day you can go back to what you're being. It is what you are. And you can teach yourself that. That's what I believe.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, there's a question there. Can the mic at the center of the hall? Can you stand up, sir? Yeah.
I've admired you from the day you sailed off and then when you landed.
Sir, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Harinder Sikka. I'm a former Navy officer and done a bit of sailing. And while when we were midshipmen, not yet officers, we were set out to sea in something called cat's paw. You will know. And we sailed for 5 days. It was supposed to be 3 days and we drifted and went into some messy weather. And the whaler's mast broke and stuff like that. 5 days. And that's the time I decided I'll never sail again. You spent 5 months. When he came back, I also offered him to do something else, which at Piramal's we will. But his aim is set somewhere else. It does not matter that you did not get what you should have, starting with Padma Vibhushan possibly, because no other officer, Navy officer or human being from India has even tried to do what you have done. So hats off to you.
Thank you, sir.
My question is that, like you have set up an example, sadly, what you explained here has not reached masses and classes. I have an offer and a question. Post leaving Navy, I make films. Will you let me make a film on you on this? And I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's an offer. And at a very decent class, my first film won 3 national awards. So I have learned through mistakes, and you have learned sailing by putting your back against the wall.
Certainly his story is more gripping than any true story, any fiction story. So, yeah. So, are we going to see a film?
No.
No?
Sir, I had a lot of offers. I'm not ready for one right now. But if I ever want to make, you'll be the first person I'll approach.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you,
once
sir.
again, Bravo Zulu, God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that actually question puts me in mind of something we spoke backstage. I did read, your story was turned into a book, I thought it was a riveting read, Journey to the Edge of the Earth, I think it's called, and absolutely gripping, but you said you don't want to do anything, books don't pay and all, and I know for a fact we have a publisher here, why do you say, what do you have against? In fact, we have a publisher here and Shiv is on the board of Penguin, if I'm not wrong.
I don't have anything against anybody. I don't have anything against anybody, but the thing is, for you this becomes entertainment, right? You come here, see this and you forget and go. But back home I have to feed my family. Every time I go for a race, you know what happens to them? They don't know if the sky is coming back or not. And if I don't come back, who's going to take care of them? Nobody here is willing to take that responsibility. If I write a book, I'm just wasting my time because at the end of it, what I get is nothing. So why should I take away that time from my family to give it to people who are not willing to appreciate?
You mean people are not reading the...
Well, people are not reading. I've written books. If people want, they can always go and read them.
Okay, so that again leads me to another question. Has your journey inspired, I mean, one has read news reports that women are setting out. So are you mentoring them? Are we going to see more people from India
Well,
circumnavigate?
I hope so. I hope so. This
So
has
you will
always
give
been
it-
a personal journey for me. And all these inspiring others and all is a secondary effect. That's not what I set out to do. But I can tell you that the number of people who are sailing in India has gone up. And I believe I'm one of those reasons. Boat ownership in India has gone up. I know at least 3 people who don't have high-paying jobs who have gone abroad and bought, very inexpensive boats, and they're sailing, living on those boats. We got 2 women from the Navy who are attempting a circumnavigation later this year. So I believe there's been a bit of a change.
That's wonderful to hear. Anyone else? Questions? Do I see any hands up? Anyone? Team BusinessLine, do you have any questions? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm keen to understand is, in terms of, you talk about perseverance, you talk about resilience, and your life has been all about that. At what stage in one's life does one understand the level of perseverance or the level of resilience one has? The reason why I'm asking this question is, we are talking about different generations that are together. There is a generation which probably is very adventurous. There is one section of the population which gets easily bogged down. Is that something that one can develop over a point of time? Are there some thoughts around perseverance or resilience?
Yes, so that's what I recently explained. Fact is, you can develop these skills, but that desire has to be there in you. You should want to do it, right? And when you realize you've developed that level of perseverance and resilience and all, the only way is to test yourself in a real situation. You cannot, write an exam and say, now I'm resilient because the exam says these are my qualities. So you have to put yourself through those situations. And you put yourself through those situations by taking a risk that was higher than the previous risk you took. And
is there a starting point? The reason why I'm asking that is, I mean, once you start, you obviously go from one point to another. You go for the basic hikes, then you go for the Everest base camp, and then you try to conquer the Everest, right?
Exactly,
So when do you start, and how do you start?
Well, it starts with a passion. It starts with a desire. And this is one thing that nobody's been able to crack. Why 2 people from the same environment, from the same family, decide to do different things? What influences them? This is something that nobody's been able to crack. But in everybody's life, and I will tell that this usually happens at the age of 7 to 10, when you stop believing that your parents are gods and you look at the outside world for some sort of inspiration, something happens. And that registers in your mind. And once that registers in your mind, you become passionate about it. So this age is very, very crucial. It's very inspirational for a child. And as parents, probably you should, pay some attention to what they're doing. If they're interested in video games, that's probably what they will do all their life. But that is when it starts, your interest starts. And once your interest starts, you become passionate. Then it's just a matter of persevering.
I have a query about your spine and the paralysis that you talked about. Twice overcoming is like quite amazing. And with a titanium spine, I mean, we've just seen the Paralympics where India has done really well. So, I mean, what has changed with this spine? I mean, do you think, I really can't make out, I mean, you're standing tall and erect,
I know, so
and there is...
See, the thing is, I retired from the Navy with 20% disability. Okay, and that's quite significant. The thing is, I cannot bend. I cannot twist beyond this much. Okay, I cannot torsion my back beyond a certain, I cannot torsion my back beyond a certain limit. If I have to pick up something, I have to really support my back with my hand and then pick up. If I pick up something like this, my back spasms. And that happened multiple times in this voyage. Back spasmed, I was literally dragging myself on the deck because I just couldn't walk. My right leg became inoperative after a storm for nearly, I think, 4 days or something. And finally, I had to take permission from the race director, have a call with my physiotherapist who gave me some exercise. And still it took about 2 months for me to be okay. And I was still in the race. So,
I mean, that really takes I mean, what did the family say, attempting it despite all this? Were they supportive?
Here's the thing. 2018, when I come back, I'm nearly paralyzed. Wife is pregnant. Finances are a mess. I come home in a wheelchair. And, the entire world was looking for me. Two ships, 2 aircraft were dispatched. Another ship was dispatched from the French. But when I came back, nobody called me a failure. Nobody, as in the Navy, did not call me a failure. Nobody in the country called me a failure. My wife, I ordered a book on sailboat design. I couldn't get up from my chair. I needed crutches. I ordered a book on Amazon. I was reading it. My wife was like, what are you planning to do? Are you going to sail again? And I asked her a simple question. 10 years ago, when I met you, if I'd introduced myself as an IT engineer or a doctor or a journalist or whatever, would you have married me? She said, no. I said, see, I have to be a sailor. And she got the hint. She said, listen, I don't mind you doing it again. But no more madness, no more debt. Get a sponsor, get a team, get a good board. You do what you want to do. I was in my bed. This is like a few days after the surgery. I couldn't get up without help. And my mom asked me, what are you up to? I said, I'm fine. And she's like, I hope you're going to stop this sort of nonsense. I said, nothing like that. If I can walk again, I'll probably do the race again. And she says, that's exactly what I wanted to hear from your mouth. So this is the kind of support that I had. Even after this race, I know what my wife has gone through. Every moment she is worried whether her husband is coming back or not. She doesn't know. But once I'm back, she's like, when are you going again?
That's amazing. And there were also many of us followed your journey sometimes. There was some bits later on Instagram. There was one really sweet one where you, the Malayali in you came to the surface. I think you met. Can you tell that incident, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Where
this is a 2018 race, 2018 race. I was in the North Atlantic. And, when you see a ship, you can ask that ship for your position. So this is what I did. I called the ship. His name was, I didn't know the name because I got no way to figure out. So I called the ship and I asked, can you give me my position? And this guy's like, why do you need your position? I said, I don't have a GPS. He's like, okay, note down your latitude so much, longitude this much. And they announced their name is BW Lilac. I am saying, I am sailing vessel Turiya. So this guy, what are you up to? I said, I'm doing a non-stop round-the-world race. No GPS, no technology, but I can ask you. He's like, fine. Solo? I said, yes, solo. Are you European? I was like, why do you ask that question? He said, only Europeans do such stuff, So he's like, I told him, no, I'm Indian. I'm an Indian guy who's doing this. Turns out that guy is also Indian. So he asked me, his next question is, there's another Indian guy who sails around the world alone. His name is Tomy. Do you know him? I said, yeah, that's me. And then I heard a hint of accent. Straight away asked him, Malayali ano? And turns out he's a Malayali. His name is Martin Marcos. He lives just a few not even 50 kilometers from my parents' place. And we've been talking since 2018. We came back on land, we've been talking. 5 years been speaking, never met, but we know everything that's happening in each other's lives. That's a kind of friendships that are forged at sea, where the common enemy is the sea. That's our common threat, and that's why we seafarers become friends and we help each other.
It's an amazing story of camaraderie, and of course, that Malayaliano resonates like anything, And I have one more query based on this time on your presentation, where you talked about, how Everest has become like a commercial thing. Anybody and everybody, now going to base camp is like going to, some Sarojini Nagar or somewhere. It's like that.
Well,
but
the thing about Everest is that if you have money, you can do it.
Yeah.
But in sailing, even if you have money, you need the skills of an entire village. You need to be a carpenter, metal guy, engineer, you need to maintain your engines, electrical guy, you need to stitch your sails, oceanographer, meteorologist, dietitian, you need to clean your own toilets, you need to be your own doctor, right? And it takes a lot of time to acquire these skills and be able to use those skills in that sort of environment which I was talking about.
No,
the environment
so the question I was asking was, but Everest, I read a book recently which talked about the commercialization of Everest, and it talked about how now there's an industry around it. There's a business, there are it's like a business opportunity. People have milked it. There are trainers, there are guides, and so on and so forth. So do you think over time, after all, man is seeking to conquer something or the other, and that I mean, that challenge is over now. So now sailing seems to be a challenge, and man is always looking. So will we see a business developing
Well,
around?
There is a possibility of business developing around sailing, but not on this kind of race. So in this race also, PRB, was one of my inspirations. PRB was the boat that inspired me to race around the world. When I read about PRB in 1999, PRB funded a boat for this race. And how they do it is they prepare a boat using all the best tech they can find, all the calculations are done, and they hire a guy to go and sail. And this guy, despite having all the support, all the money, he could not cross Cape Town. He could not cross Cape Town. So you can pump in money, you can pump in whatever you want, but this still, I think, remains the holy grail of adventure.
Okay.
Nothing will see you through except the person that you are.
Yeah, it's all in the mind, I guess, more than the thing. I believe there are some
Yeah, there are a couple
questions
of
in the
questions,
audience. Someone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Abhilash here.
Yeah.
Right.
How did you tackle the loneliness? Did your mind play tricks on you? I'm sure it did out there on the sea. So how did you control that? And did you enjoy the loneliness or did you suffer through it?
I absolutely love solitude. I'm asocial. I can spend time with people for some time, but not a lot of time. Because of this, it was easy for me to be alone. There was absolutely no problem. I enjoyed my solitude. I focused on my breath. I meditated. I just enjoyed the freedom that I got there.
Yeah, Ion from Sportstar is
Yeah.
here. So I'm sure that from that coverage of when was it, which year was it when you were placed fourth and Sportstar did something from then on?
2006, I think.
From
Hi,
then
Abhilash.
on.
Hi.
Yeah.
I just want to know, since then, has anything changed in terms of sailing in India? I mean, do you see more people coming on board? or-
Already answered that.
Yeah. I mean, what sort of support do you think the government and corporates can do for sailing to pick up in this country?
People always need money, so you can always support through sponsorships, build marinas, a lot of things to be done.
But can we have like a sailing league or something, like the IPL? I mean, unless these leagues come in, won't they, something along those
I
lines?
know for a fact that the Nehru boat race does a lot of things, and they have a league there right now. I mean, do you think that something like that of a sailing can start in India as well?
Well, it's quite possible, but at the end of the day, sailing continues to remain a non-spectator sport. So I don't know how you're going to market it and get, eyeballs by making it into a league. But if you look at a race like the Golden Globe race, 2018 when I did the race, its media valuation was about, I think 1,400 crores for the entire race. 2022 when I did the race, the media valuation was 2,400 crores around the world. And out of which I garnered about 20%, right? And my sponsors who spent $500,000 got so much in terms of dividend, right? So these things are possible, but you need to have marketing managers who need to break that mold, that set way of thinking, and figure out how we can, get some juice out of a sport. I'll tell you what, I went to a lot of Indian sponsors, and they all like, nobody in India follows sailing. But fact is, this race had maximum viewership from India. What my sponsors, Bayanat, did is they used it for their IPO. The fact that a boat's sponsored by, their company, by Bayanat, was going around the world, and they had the most successful IPO globally in 2022. So you can leverage these things, but at the end of the day, you need somebody to take a risk, right? Use their creative ideas to figure out how we can capitalize on such sports.
Yeah. I believe the FM is on her way. She'll be here shortly. So if there are more questions, we have time for, I think,
Oh,
yeah,
there's a
one.
lady there.
Yeah. So, yeah, Vasudha, I think, right? Yeah.
If a microphone can be passed across the room there.
Hi, personal question. For a guy who has seemingly done, the most impossible task or achieved a feat, what's next? What makes you get up in the morning?
Learning guitar, bringing up my kids. These are the things that I look forward to these days.
But there are more targets, right? I mean, you also wanted to fly around the world, and I mean, you didn't, because there were two aspects to your ambitions, no? So
Yeah,
what happened to that
No,
one?
it's a bit of a raw nerve. So the thing is, 2013 I finished the non-stop circumnavigation. I've been a reconnaissance pilot in the Navy, and I had this beautiful idea: if I flew around the world alone, India will have the only human who's sailed and flown around the world alone, right? It's a record that no Westerner has till now set. So we're not breaking a record, we're setting a new one. I had a sponsor from a very big industrialist, right? And then we had South Block. For 2 years, I kept pushing my file up and down South Block, and they were like observations and this and that, and it just kept going on and on. One of my friends said, I will donate a plane. It was just a 1.5 crore plane, just a 400 kg aircraft, which I was planning to fly around the world, microlight. She said, I'll donate an aircraft. And the reply is, we don't know how to take an aircraft as donation. And finally, it was clashing with my Golden Globe race, so I just put a stop to it. I said, I don't want to fly around the world. I'll concentrate on my boat, which I was building. Even my parents didn't know that I was building a boat. I take that boat and break my spine and come back. So by the time I turned 40, I'd lost a boat and broken my spine.
So there went the flying.
Yes, it's gone into the back burner now.
Okay, but anything, you are now not based in India, so do you plan to, come here and start something here?
Well,
or
first of all, I'm here half the time.
Okay.
And at least 10 days a month I'm in India. But in terms of starting a sailing academy, it's not on the horizon right now, because I can only see a list of rules and regulations, right? And honestly, I cannot deal with, let's say, one panchayat and a state government and a central government and the CRZ rules and this and insurance and thousands of things. So personally, no. But otherwise, I'm involved, like I said, I'm training 2 women to sail around the world. I'm part of the Council of the Yachting Association of India. I have a big plan to introduce a 24-foot boat built in India.
Oh.
All right, and we are doing that from scratch with a couple of friends. I'm the president of the J80 Class Association, which does offshore racing, in the East Coast. So these are the ways I'm contributing. But personally, if you ask me if I'm going to start a sailing academy,
Just brilliant to hear him speak. And it's also probably just the right time, ladies and gentlemen, to thank all our sponsors that have been with us, without whom that this simply wouldn't have been possible. The various brands that have been associated with us in different capacity. Can we have the AV, please?
In a world where every move matters, the future belongs to those who see beyond the obvious. Coupled with the power of compelling insights, bold perspective, impactful reporting, and youthful energy, BusinessLine delivers the gold standard of business journalism. With sections like chart gazing, do the derivatives, and market radar that bring you unmatched credibility and an in-depth understanding of the markets. We do not just report the news. Our in-house financial analysts and experts decipher it and deliver insights you can act on. We are the only business paper that provides an in-depth coverage on agriculture and commodities markets. Apart from crucial sectors like economy, banking, automotive, IT, and more. You could be a businessman, CEO, thought leader, seasoned investor, C-suite executive, policy maker, bureaucrat, or an aspiring entrepreneur. Our expert analysis and insights empower you to make informed decisions, decisions that drive success. Our Sunday special 12-page feature, Portfolio, provides timely alerts and actionable advice on stocks, bonds, FDs, mutual funds, and more. It has been the trusted source of information for smart investors for years, with dedicated sections like Corporate File, Brand Line, Logistics, Spark, Clean Tech, and various others. We offer comprehensive view of the business landscape. Our opinion and analysis section, featuring thought leaders and industry experts, delivers perspectives that challenge conventional thinking and inspire new ideas every day. With a robust digital presence through our website and app, we engage a vast and loyal readership, delivering credible business journalism anytime, anywhere. With a series of industry and consumer connect initiatives, our curated events and podcasts bring the business world closer to the audience. For more than 3 decades, we've led the charge in business journalism, spotlighting the transformative efforts that shape the Indian economy. Stay ahead, stay informed, stay empowered. BusinessLine, where India turns to for clarity, insight, and success.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to thank our sponsors. Wouldn't have been possible because the Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Awards are presented by Sastra University as their presenting partner and powered by State Bank of India. The event is also supported by associate partners, Life Insurance Corporation of India, J&K Bank, National Thermal Power Corporation, Union Bank of India, National Mineral Development Corporation, which is, of course, the NMDC, SR, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Swelect Energy, and, of course, Indian Bank. Besides that, we are indeed thankful to Casa Grande, who is the realty partner, while Fortinet is the cyber security partner as well. The event couldn't have been further amplified but for the support of NDTV 24/7, which is the television partner. The award's knowledge partners are Deloitte and Ashoka, and along with Neeti Consulting as the validation partner. Anand Prakash is, of course, the gift partner, and Daily Hunt is our online streaming partner. We're just awaiting the presence of our Honorable Finance Minister. She should be here any moment in time. We're just awaiting that, but it's been a glorious, glorious evening thus far. Plenty of awards to be given away, as I'm sure you're all aware of, primarily taking charge of the society overall in terms of the change makers they are. Different walks of society, people from different walks of society are here in terms of like-minded people, in terms of understanding what needs to be done, and therefore in different sections and different walks of this particular society, the changes that have been transmitted. We look at where India is and we look at where India was. There's been a tremendous amount of change over the past so many years. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, tonight it's all about honoring these capeless heroes. When you talk about heroes, we invariably talk about people with extraordinary powers, but as somebody rightly put, it's about people who are ordinary people who are capable of doing extraordinary things. And it's about rewarding and honoring of people from all walks of life. What you will see over the course of the next few minutes or the next hour or so is about people that have displayed extraordinary dedication, resilience, commitment, and that makes them truly remarkable. They are trailblazers who have gone beyond the ordinary, bringing about a meaningful change for the greater good of the society. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall start the awards program with the national anthem. I request if you're able to please rise for the Indian national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Ladies and gentlemen, the BusinessLine Changemaker Awards was instituted in the year 2018, and in just 6 years, the awards have become a prestigious platform that have recognized individuals and institutions that have brought about a positive change in our society. To know more about the awards, let's quickly take a look at the BusinessLine Changemaker audiovisual. Can I have the AV, please?
Have you seen superheroes? We have. They do not wear capes, but they are on a mission to change the world for the better. At the Hindu Business Line, we have long believed in superheroes. We have met them, spoken with them, honored them, and we cherish them in our hearts. BusinessLine Changemaker Awards seeks to celebrate the real-life unsung heroes, the changemakers, the ones who envision a better world and work hard to make it a reality. Those trailblazers who have true grit, the pioneers who forge a path where there was none. The Changemaker Awards were started when the Hindu Business Line entered its 25th year of publication to commemorate the hidden gems in our country and to inspire the future ones, to thank the harbingers of change who sacrificed greatly to uplift our society. BusinessLine Changemaker Awards recognizes people through 6 categories. Changemaker-Social Transformation, honoring individuals and organizations who've done commendable work in health, education, poverty eradication, gender equality, women empowerment, and more. Changemaker-Digital Transformation, celebrating those who leverage technology to break all conventional borders and boundaries to create an impact that has transformed human lives. Changemaker-Financial Transformation, recognizing the ones who brought meaningful impact to the society in areas of banking, microfinance, financial inclusion with the assistance of technology or otherwise. Young Changemaker, honoring the under 30 young prodigies who believe in their vision and dare to follow their dreams. Iconic Changemaker, conferring the ones who effected change that has stood the test of time and over the decades transformed the country. Changemaker of the Year, for the undaunted dreamers who effected revolutionary change to the society. Welcome to the BusinessLine Changemaker Awards 2024. Every year, we follow a thorough process to carefully select our winners. We invite entries from achievers across categories. Nominations are screened and evaluated with help of our knowledge partners Ashoka and Deloitte. The shortlisted nominees are further vetted by our validation partner Nithi Consulting. An eminent independent jury selects the winners from the validated nominees, who are then felicitated at the awards ceremony. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the grand evening, where we will salute the winners of BusinessLine Changemaker Awards 2024.
Tonight, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, is not just an award ceremony, but a celebration of history makers and change makers. At BusinessLine, we are committed to bringing their transformative stories closer to our audience, inspiring the next generation of change makers. May I now invite Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan, the editor of BusinessLine, to please come forward, sir, to deliver the welcome address. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 6th BusinessLine Changemakers Awards evening. A big thanks to you all for braving the weather and the bad traffic outside to be here with us on a Friday evening. The BusinessLine Changemaker Awards were instituted in 2018 to mark the 25th anniversary of the newspaper, which first published on 28th of January 1994. I'm proud that I've been a participant of this newspaper's journey from day one. BusinessLine, as you all know, is India's most credible and trustworthy voice in the field of business journalism. We carry the genes of the venerable The Hindu, known for its adherence to the core values of journalism, which are credibility, truth-telling, and trustworthiness. The paper has held on to these values for the last 146 years of its publication, no less. BusinessLine and The Hindu stand out as beacons of sanity and dependability in a world full of fake news and planted stories. Though an unabashed pro-business daily, BusinessLine is equally passionate about societal issues. We offer generous space in our news pages, editorials, and on the edit page to cover issues of education, health, environment, science, and clean technology. The Changemaker Awards reflect our commitment to social and developmental issues, which are very important in today's world. The awards recognize individuals and institutions that make a significant impact on society with their work. Notably, the awards carefully pick those outstanding achievers that often fly below the radar, unrecognized and unheralded. Our readers nominate their choices for the award. This year, we got over 950 nominations across categories, which were screened and shortlisted in association with our knowledge partners, Deloitte and Ashoka. The shortlist in each category was put up to our eminent independent jury, headed by Mr. R. Seshasai, Chairman, Asian Paints. The winners were finally selected by the jury. We are thrilled to have the Honorable Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, as a chief guest today. Ms. Sitharaman can justifiably stake claim for an award this evening for herself. She has catalyzed a long list of virtuous changes in the finance ministry, some of which were thought very difficult to achieve, as, for example, the simple matter of infusing fiscal discipline. She has presented 6 budgets till now, each of which is an example of prudent, clever spending that has pushed the economy forward without being profligate. Her stewardship of the economy during the difficult years of the pandemic was astute. To understand what our leadership got right, you only have to look at the serious trouble that some of the leading economies of the world are in now, including those in the West that are often held up as examples for India due to their new loose policy moves in the pandemic period. Ms. Sitharaman is ushered in much-needed transparency in the budget-making process, something that is acknowledged by multilateral agencies and rating agencies as well. No more dubious accounting policies that served to dress up the budget numbers. Thank you, Madam, for accepting our invitation to be the guest of honor this evening. It means a lot to us. And thank you all once again for being here. May I now request our Chairperson, Dr. Nirmala Lakshman, to address you all. Thank you.
Good evening. Esteemed Minister, Honorable Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, distinguished guests, our noteworthy change makers, Shri K. Venugopal, founder and editor of BusinessLine and chairman of Kasturi & Sons, the parent company of our group, Shri Raghuveer Srinivasan, editor, BusinessLine, and all of my colleagues in The Hindu. Delighted to welcome you here this evening to celebrate innovation, resilience, and determination. This is the 6th Changemaker Award, 6th edition of BusinessLine's Changemaker Award. We have gathered here this evening to honor exceptional individuals and organizations who have not only set new benchmarks, but also redefined the very landscape of change and progress. They have shown resilience in the face of adversity to plow through their own paths. Changemakers are people who strive to overturn the present paradigm and outlook, to which the writer Wayne Dyer once said, "Change the way you look at things, and things you look at will change." So we are privileged to have this opportunity to recognize these outstanding professionals and organizations this evening. As the chairperson of the Hindu group, it's my honor to represent an organization with a 146-year legacy committed to the pursuit of truth. At every level, from our reporters to the last mile delivery partner, every individual in our organization has a deep sense of responsibility. It is a responsibility to ensure that our readers are accurately informed and thereby empowered to make decisions based on credible, authentic information. We understand the power of information. It's a power that can shape minds, transform societies, and drive change. We've always endeavored to shine a light on news and perspectives that matter, on stories that have the potential to create a positive impact and drive meaningful change in the world. As a newspaper of record, we practice a journalism that is unfailingly based on truth, objectivity, and authenticity. Our brands, our digital products, and our special publications all strive to be at the vanguard of reliable, fearless journalism, hallmarked by innovation that is tuned to the interests of our readers. We are ably supported in all this by a team of dedicated professionals to help us further our business. But this journey is not just a stroll in the park. What truly inspires us to keep us going is the people, the millions of readers who turn to us every day, whether in print or online. Those out-of-the-box thinkers, visionaries who challenge the status quo, and the change makers who are scripting a better tomorrow. Allow me a moment to highlight a few salient features about BusinessLine. The Hindu BusinessLine is one of the best business newspapers in the country, known for its credible business news coverage, in-depth market analysis, and customer centricity. It offers comprehensive business news coverage and market analysis, as well as detailed perspectives on the economy and key industry verticals such as aviation, automotive, IT, banking, and much more. Its commodity and agri-biz news are industry-leading and unique among business newspapers. BusinessLine is led by our excellent editor, Raghuvi Srinivasan, and an in-house team of financial and technical analysts and expert business journalists who I'm proud to say are taking the newspaper to greater heights. With 17 print editions and a total readership of 8.4 lakh, BusinessLine stands as the second largest read business daily in the country. With a digital footprint of over 5 crore unique users and an 8.8 crore page views in the financial year 23-24, BusinessLine has enjoyed a dedicated following among CXOs, entrepreneurs, change leaders, policymakers, agri-experts, and tech gurus. We firmly believe that impactful change begins with vision and determination of individuals and institutions ready to challenge the status quo. In today's award ceremony, you will see change makers who have made a difference to society and the community. This year, we have a completely new category, which we call the Chairperson's Award, in which I have personally been involved in selecting. Education is something which is very close and very dear to the Hindu group. As you all know, we have special publications for children, the Hindu in School, and Young World for older kids. This year, we decided to pick an award for an organization which is doing yeoman service in the field of rural education, especially in primary to secondary education. We hope this will spur them and others like them to do more in the area of primary education to improve literacy and numeracy that India as a country does gain from the demographic dividend. The Changemaker Awards embody our resolute dedication to celebrating these trailblazers and visionaries. It's a tribute to the power of ideas, the strength and determination, and the beauty of resilience. Our commitment to these ideas will continue to shine a spotlight on those individuals and companies who are rewriting the rules of tomorrow. Tonight, we celebrate and draw inspiration from their stories, learn from their journeys, and collectively commit ourselves to fostering an environment where innovation, purpose, and responsibility are at the core of everything that we do. Congratulations to all the nominees and the winners. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here this evening, and especially for the Honorable Finance Minister for her gracious presence. Very grateful, and thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.
Actually, I was about to say, just wanted you to stay back on the stage, ma'am. Yeah, please. Would be great if we can have you on stage. Yeah. And may I request the chairperson and, of course, Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan to kindly accompany the Honorable Minister to please come forward. Big round of applause for our chief guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big moment. Thank you so much for accepting and being a part of this wonderful, wonderful evening. Please join me in welcoming our esteemed chief guests, ladies and gentlemen, for the evening, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, the Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Government of India. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman is India's first full-time woman finance minister, having assumed the office in the year 2019. And prior to her role as the finance minister, she served as the Minister of Defense, where she became the second woman to hold that post after Srimati Indira Gandhi. Known for her decisive leadership, Srimati Sitharaman has spearheaded several key reforms in India's economy, including significant measures to boost fiscal discipline, stimulate growth, and enhance financial inclusion. She has also played a pivotal role in guiding India's economic strategy during the global pandemic, ensuring resilience and stability during challenging times. And before her foray into public service, she was involved with various think tanks and global organizations where she worked on trade negotiations and policies. Her leadership, vision, and unwavering commitment to the nation's progress have made a profound impact, and we are honored to have her with us tonight. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting the invitation. I would now request the Hindu Group's chairperson, Ms. Nirmala Lakshman, to please do the honors and present a shawl to our distinguished guest. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time now to invite our eminent jury members to the stage. The Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Awards follows a rigorous and transparent selection process, as was alluded some time ago. Each nomination is carefully vetted by our knowledge and validation partners, and only after that, the shortlisted nominations are handed over to our distinguished jury members. The jury consists of industry leaders, thought influencers, and changemakers themselves. They've undertaken the difficult task of a comprehensive and impartial evaluation, ensuring that only the most deserving is recognized here tonight. Before we call them upon on stage, let's take a moment to watch a short audiovisual of the jury members speaking on the process that is.
For choosing to present awards to people, to change makers, who make a decisive change, who become the inflection point for making transformational changes to the society and the environment that we live in. I'm very happy, and I'm indeed very privileged and proud to have been nominated as the chair for this year's jury.
Really wonderful to see the kind of work that is being done by different individuals and organizations, and I think that is what is making India, unique. Because we have not only government agencies, but you also have startups, you have sports people, you have people, young change makers who are coming from different walks of life.
It was a great experience participating in the Hindu BusinessLine Changemakers Award jury. We had some very eminent people. We had thorough discussion. We selected a set of people, both individuals as well as institutions, who I think when it is announced, the nation will be really proud of.
This has been a great day for me today at Chennai, being a part of the esteemed jury for the BusinessLine Changemakers Award 2024. This is not my first round. Last year I was also on the jury.
Many congratulations to BusinessLine for this Changemakers Award, because I think it is very, very important award, because it brings to the limelight a lot of people who are working somewhere in different parts of the country, and organizations working in different parts of the country who are making a change which is affecting many people, and these people need to be known by everybody else. So I think this is a very good award.
Thanks BusinessLine for having me here. It has been a wonderful journey being part of the jury process. I would say in a way that I was kind of inspired by some of the stories I read about of the nominees, and even during the process, just interacting with the other jury members, the discussions we had were absolute eye-openers.
It's been a great pleasure and an honor to be a part of this distinguished jury for this celebrated awards. We had a very intense rounds of discussion with a very esteemed jury, and I hope that the winners that we see on the stage are truly deserving of the recognition they are getting by this esteemed publication. I would like to congratulate and thank the entire team behind it, led by Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan, the editor, and the entire team of the BusinessLine.
A total of 7 members in that jury, and we are honored to have with us 3 out of those 7 this evening. But to felicitate them, first up, may I now invite Dr. S. Vaidhi Subramaniam, who is the Vice Chancellor of Sastra University, to join us on stage to felicitate our jury members. Please, sir. It's my privilege, it's my honor to invite the jury members. May I request Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan, former Vice Chairman of Cognizant, to please come forward, sir. Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan, former Vice Chairman of Cognizant. Poonam Natarajan, who's the founder of Vidya Sagar. May I kindly request your presence, ma'am. Dr. Vaidhi Subramaniam, felicitating the jury members with the Tanjavur painting. Just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? May I also request the company of N.S. Napinai, who's a senior advocate from the Supreme Court. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Vaidhi Subramaniam. Thank you so much to all the jury members. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we now commence the awards ceremony, starting with the first category, the Changemaker in Social Transformation. That is the first award category of the evening, in social transformation. This award recognizes individuals or organizations that have made a significant impact in areas such as health, education, poverty alleviation, women's empowerment, equality, and much, much more. And we are thrilled to announce that we have not one, but 2 winners in this category this year. What an incredible testament to the positive changes that are being made. May I kindly have the list of nominees out there on the screen. The nominees on the screen for you are Design for Change, Aparna Guhan Shyam Tiara Kids, Helpage India, Neela Bhattacharya, Teach for India, Wildlife Trust for India. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, to find out who the first winner is.
Design for Change. Kiran Bir Sethi, the visionary founder of Riverside School in Ahmedabad, developed Design for Change, an initiative that encouraged children to solve everyday problems they face as individuals, as a family, or as part of a community they resided in. Started in 2009, today, this initiative called Design for Change has become one of the largest movements of change by children and for children. It has spread to 73 countries, covering more than 2 million children. It works on a simple formula. It asks kids to feel a problem that bothers them, imagine a solution to that problem, act in a way to bring about a change, and share the story of change with the world. By 2024, DFC's impact had soared to remarkable heights, receiving over 40,000 stories of change and engaging more than 2 million children across 73 countries in actively addressing societal changes. This multi-award winning system has also transformed educators worldwide, with close to 1.12 lakh teachers actively participating in this movement. Design for Change goes beyond teaching. It is about creating change makers who will lead the world in the near future. With every idea a child brings to life, DFC breaks down the barriers of conventional education, proving that age is no limit to the power of change. The Hindu Business Line proudly acknowledges Design for Change, led by Kiran Bir Sethi as a change maker, driving the charge towards a future where every child believes in the power of I Can, bringing about a profound social transformation.
May I kindly request Ms. Kiran Bir Sethi, founder Design for Change, to come forward, please, onto the stage. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Ms. Sethi. She will be receiving the trophy from our chief guest, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. She will be handing over the winner's trophy. May I request that's the trophy, lovely one at that. May I now request Dr. Nirmala Lakshan to hand over the citation, please. And Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan to hand over a gift hamper to the winner in Ms. Sethi. Oh, there's plenty. Plenty of lovely work and therefore lovely rewards as well. Ms. Sethi, can I request you to say a few words, please?
I was just telling the Honorable Minister, I don't know whether I was more excited to meet her or get the award. Really, truth be told, I did not set out to be a change maker. But my whole world changed when I became a mother. And that's really when this Kida started. I remember when my son went to school, I witnessed firsthand an education system that still rewarded compliance. Be good, chup raho, everything will be fine, over conversation, and exercised control over curiosity. So I took my son out of school. What was I to do next? As a mother, I reacted to a system that stripped my son of voice and choice. Oh, but as a designer, I said, oh my God, what an opportunity.
there has to be a better way to educate our children. So in 2001, when I started the Riverside School in Ahmedabad, there was just one simple goal, that every child should be empowered to say that they are not helpless, change is possible, and that they can drive it. We call this the I can mindset. How do we do it? We created a simple superhero formula. Feel, imagine, do, and share. Fits for kids. And using that, children were able to unleash this I can superpower for good. It fills my heart with joy to say that today, children in over 70 countries, 2 million children, are using the same I can superpower to change the bad and make it good with the power of their ideas, and effect change in their schools and their communities. And telling us they don't have to be 18 to be a change maker, they're doing it today. So thank you to the Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Awards for putting a spotlight on our work. And I received this on behalf of my mad, maverick, passionate team at Riverside and Design for Change. So thank you once again, and congratulations to all the other winners.
Thank you so much to the superwoman in Ms. Kiranbir Sethi. Thank you so much, ma'am. As I did mention, there are 2 awards, and therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to reveal who our second winner is.
Wildlife Trust of India. India's rich biodiversity is threatened by habitat destruction due to deforestation and illegal trade in wildlife. Several species are endangered. The Wildlife Trust of India has stepped in fighting conservation battles, rescuing and protecting animals and driving change one step at a time. Founded by conservation legend, the late Ashok Kumar and Vivek Menon in 1998, with Tara Gandhi and Thomas Matthews as 2 other trustees, the Wildlife Trust of India has grown from a small outfit into a 150-strong organization operating across 23 states. It has safeguarded over 54,334 animals, prevented 2,103 elephant deaths, and led over 300 operations against wildlife trade, from satellite tagging endangered gharials to securing elephant corridors and restoring protected areas like Manas that had fallen into despair. The Wildlife Trust of India's efforts have been extensive, leading to several recognitions, such as the Bodoland Green Awards and Chhattisgarh State Biodiversity Award. The Trust has played a pioneering role in wildlife conservation, using science, research, and action to make a difference. Its Say No to Shatush campaign created waves and saved the Tibetan antelope. It has established 8 protected areas and raised awareness among 25 lakh children. Its work remains vital, adapting to ecological needs and forming strategic partnerships to ensure sustainable conservation efforts across India. The Hindu BusinessLine is proud to recognize Wildlife Trust of India as a change maker, bringing about a social transformation.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. May I request Mr. Vivek Menon, who is the founder and trustee of Wildlife Trust for India, to please come up on stage. The passion was there for everybody to see, and he will receive the trophy from our chief guest, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. Dr. Nirmala Lakshman, it'll be great if you can hand over the citation as well. And a gift hamper from Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan to Mr. Vivek Menon. speak few words.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, and leading dignitaries of Hindu and eminent jury members. Very humbled, very humbled. 25 years ago when I started this organization in the spare bedroom of my house, I didn't realize that it would reach this level. And when I got the message from one of your executives, actually I thought it was a spam or something which has come into my mail. Because I didn't think that BusinessLine would in any way be interested in something like, saving wildlife. I have sat in a few of your business, CSR sort of meetings where you talk about the three pillars, corporate or economic and social and environmental. And I've always felt that they're not really three legs of a stool, but everything that you do in business or economics must be social, because the elephants that I know that I work with don't have economics. So it's a human construct. So it's a social construct. And all of society is in environment, really. So in a way, it's a nested concept. And if we don't save our natural heritage of India, which is really the mission of the Wildlife Trust of India, is to save what is left of our natural heritage, whether it's wildlife, whether it's forests, whether it's the seas. Commander Abhilash Tomy, I don't know whether you're still in the room, you gave such a stirring lecture and going around the world in the seas. And somebody asked you, are you alone? And how do you deal with your loneliness? I really wanted to ask you, how many whales and dolphins and albatrosses did you see? That southern seas are full of birds, actually. You're never alone if you're in nature, if you know how to communicate. And so the Wildlife Trust of India has been trying to do this, trying to save what little we have, whether it's elephant or tiger or rhino, the things that we know of, or the whale shark, our largest fish in the world. Nobody knew. In India, we were killing them. Till we had this small project, and overnight it changed. And nobody would touch that fish anymore, because it was never eaten. It was only used for, waterproofing boats. What a waste of such a magnificent animal. But we stopped things like that. So I'm extremely happy that the business community, the media, have come forward to recognize what is not normally seen as something which is part of social, change. Very, very humbled, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vivek Menon. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now to the next set of awards. It's the Changemaker in the Digital Transformation category. This award is given to a Changemaker who leverages technology to bring about change. And we have nominees that we will have on the screen shortly. There you go, the nominees on your screen. Open Network for Digital Commerce, Mole Biodiagnostics, Bhashini, Bharat Financial, Big Heart Agro. It's time now to find out who the winner is from the list of nominees.
Mole Biodiagnostics. For years, molecular PCR testing, the gold standard in infectious diseases diagnosis, struggled to meet the urgent needs of patients in rural places in India and low and middle income countries. The challenges posed by diagnostic technologies that gave less than satisfactory outcomes was the impetus for Chandrasekaran Nair and Sriram Natarajan, veterans in diagnostics and founders of Mole Biodiagnostics, to develop a model of low-cost, accurate diagnosis at the point of care for diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, and other vector-borne diseases. The beauty of the technology was that it decentralized primary care and decentralized diagnostics. The fruits of his vision and labor resulted in the TrueNat platform, MoleBio's TrueLab real-time micro-PCR system, revolutionizing diagnosis that are remote, timely, accurate, and life-saving. Today, TrueNat makes an impact beyond borders in 80 countries and bringing sophisticated diagnostics to the heart of resource-limited centers. The echoes of TrueNat's global impact have reached worldwide. garnering recognition and endorsements from the WHO and the Global Fund at the 77th World Health Assembly in Geneva. This affirms that mole biodiagnostics' impact is more than just technology. It's about transforming healthcare delivery to ensure timely and accessible diagnostics. In 2022, TrueNat screened an impressive 34.83 lakh people in India, diagnosing 5.29 lakh active TB cases and 25,000 drug-resistant TB cases. It also bolsters viral hepatitis, vector-borne diseases, and COVID-19 diagnostics with 2,000 repurposed machines for rapid diagnostics. Beyond this life-changing impact, Mole Biodiagnostics has earned numerous awards and has plans for an IPO in 2025, along with a new manufacturing plant, signaling a leap for global healthcare shortly. Marking this groundbreaking global impact, the Hindu Business Line is proud to recognize Mole Biodiagnostics as a change maker that has brought about a digital transformation.
Many congratulations and all the best for the next phase of your journey. May I request Mr. Sriram Natarajan and Mr. Chandrasekhar Nair, who are the founders of Mole Biodiagnostics, to please come up on stage to receive the trophy. First up from Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. Guess the applause can be a bit louder than what we are hearing at the moment. May I request Dr. Nirmala Lakshman to hand over the citation. And of course, the gift hamper as well to go along with it. Many congratulations to Mole Biodiagnostics.
Thank you very much, and it's always great to receive awards. But when you get it from such organizations of repute like the Hindu group, it's a different level altogether. And to receive this award from our Honorable Finance Minister is a dream come true. So thank you very much, we really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing started with the desire to see why hundreds of thousands of people are dying of curable diseases in India and also in most of the LMIC. And so that's where our journey started, and wanted to see if we can make an innovation that can help these people and save lives. So that's what we have done. Really appreciate this award, and thank the Hindu group, the members of the jury who selected us, and the ecosystem that went through it. Thank you very much. And I think I'll ask my partner Chandy to say a few words too.
We started Mole Biodiagnostics to change the landscape of diagnostics in India and the whole of the southern hemisphere. This change is to primarily have a tremendous positive impact on people's lives, because all of us strive to be healthy, and clinicians have to make decisions based on diagnostics. Availability of diagnostics is sometimes limited. We wanted to change that. Thank you for recognizing this journey, and this is a very important award, very relevant award, and on behalf of the team that dared to dream and persevere, we're very happy to accept this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Right, we move over to the next category. That's the Changemaker in the Financial Transformation, awarded to those who have transformed society in the areas of financial inclusion, microfinance, banking, and more by adopting modern technology or otherwise. Can we have the list of the nominees on screen, please? It's Atal Pension Yojana, Mandeshi Bank, SIDBI, Velocity, PFRDA, that's the National Pension Scheme. It's time now to find out who the winner is.
Manadeshi Bank. Chetna Gala Sinha's journey to founding Manadeshi Foundation was driven by her passion for social justice, inspired by Jai Prakash Narayan's socialist ideals, and supported unwaveringly by her activist husband, Vijay Sinha. After moving to her husband's village in Maswad, she witnessed the women there being denied basic financial needs. This injustice compelled her to challenge the system with grit and determination. In 1996, she established Manadeshi Foundation to economically and socially empower rural women, followed by the founding of the Manadeshi Mahila Sahakari Bank in 1997. Despite initial rejections from the RBI due to illiteracy of Maswad's women, what began with 7.8 lakh pooled from 1,335 women has grown to over 30,000 members. In financial year 23-24, it had deposits of approximately rupees 160 crore, with loans and advances of approximately rupees 112 crore. The bank has now supported over 4 lakh women and operates 8 branches across 7 districts of Maharashtra. Chetna's fight against social injustice has earned her global recognition, including the Nari Shakti Puraskar and the Forbes Social Entrepreneur of the Year Award. She has also served as co-chair at the World Economic Forum 2018 and the W20 Summit 2018, and was named one of the Fortune India's top 50 businesswomen 2018. What began as a quest for social justice and economic equality in a remote village in Maswad has evolved into a powerful movement, resonating with Chetna's enduring voice for change and empowerment. The Hindu Business Line is proud to recognize Chetna Gala Sinha's Manadeshi Bank as a change maker, which has brought about a deep financial transformation in rural Maharashtra.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Ms. Chetna Gala Sinha, the chairman of Manadeshi Bank, is receiving her trophy from Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. Dr. Nirmala Lakshman will hand over the citation. And Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan very soon will hand over a gift hamper.
Thank you so much, Honorable Finance Minister, thank you so much. Ma'am, thank you so much. And thank you, the Hindu Business Line. Thank you, jury. You know what? I mean, today I feel like all our women from Bharat are being celebrated. Actually, they would have come here, but tomorrow, ma'am, we have our AGM, so I will just have to finish this. I never thought that I'll be setting up this institution. I was, as being an undergraduate student, studying in Mumbai University, born and raised in Mumbai, I got involved in Jai Prakash Narayan's movement. And he said that young people should come and work in village. In passion of that, I just decided to leave Mumbai, shifted to Maswad, married to a farmer, shifted to Maswad in Satara district, a small village. A woman named Parvati came to me and she said, I want to do saving. She was selling fruits on the street. I said, do you even have a surplus to save? She said, I want to save because I'm staying on the street, I want to buy a tarpaulin sheet. I said, then go to the banks. She wanted to save daily 3 rupees. Banks denied opening the account. They said she's not an affordable client. So we thought, why not set up the bank for women like Parvati? So we applied for the banking license. All our promoting members were non-literate. And in the proposal, near their name, they had a thumb impression. On that ground, Reserve Bank said that we cannot issue a license to the bank whose promoting members are non-literate. I was nervous. I came back from Mumbai to Maswat. I told our women we couldn't get the license. They said, why are you so nervous? We will learn to read and write from today. And our literacy classes started. And after 5 months, ma'am, we went again to the Reserve Bank of India. And then, but I didn't go alone. With me, 15 women accompanied, and they challenged the officer. They said that we cannot read and write, but we can count. And they challenged, ask us to calculate the interest of any principal amount. If we cannot do it, don't issue the license. But tell your officers to do it without calculator and see who can calculate faster. Needless to say, we got the banking license. Our Mandeshi Foundation runs a business school for rural women. Our women operate radio. I would just request, welcome all of you, visit Mandeshi, see how our women are operating radio, business school, chambers of commerce, and bank. And I'm so proud to share with you that last week at Global FinTech Festival, we launched the partnership with ONDC, and now our women who could not read and write are doing e-commerce on ONDC on this digital platform. And they are using digital banking, digital wallet. They do not know to read and write, but they have a face recognition, thumb impression. They say, "Mera angutha to koi nahi chura lega na." So with this, I'm so proud. And I would also like to say that this year we are celebrating 1 million women entrepreneurs. So join with me with that. And one thing I've learned from my women, and that is I'm very humbled to share that you know what they have taught me? They have taught me never give poor solutions to poor people. They are smart, and they have proved it. So namaskar. Thank you very much. And I'm humble.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Such pride, such humility in everything that you have achieved. Thank you once again for creating a change in the society. Right, the next one is the Young Changemaker Award. It's given to a changemaker who is under 30 years of age. And we shall look at the nominees first up. Akarsh Shroff, Dwishajoyi Banerjee, Karthik Verma, Samriddhi Sharma, and D. Gukesh. These are the nominees, and let's find out who the winner is from this section.
D. Gukesh, BusinessLine Young Changemaker 2024. Hailing from Chennai, Gukesh's passion for chess ignited at the age of 7, swiftly shaping him into an inspirational player in chess. By 12, he became the 3rd youngest grandmaster in history. His rise continued with a historic achievement in March 2022, becoming the youngest Indian grandmaster to break the 2,700 ELO rating, establishing himself as an influential player in chess. Years following his title conferral, he represented India at the 44th Chess Olympiad, where his exceptional performance got him the gold medal on the first board with a score of 9.0 out of 11, propelling him into the top 20 world rankings and earning him a 2726 ELO rating in September 2022. Gukesh made history as the youngest player to reach a 2750 ELO rating, surpassing the legendary Vishwanathan Anand and ending Anand's 37-year reign as India's top chess player. This year, his journey reached a new pinnacle with a triumphant victory at the 2024 Candidates Tournament in Toronto, making him the youngest World Championship challenger in chess history. From a dreamer to a world-class inspiration. Gukesh has ignited the passion of countless young chess enthusiasts in India. As he prepares to face China's Ding Liren in World Chess Championship, we await with fervent hope, eager to see him conquer the chessboards of new rivals. The Hindu Business Line proudly recognizes D. Gukesh as a young changemaker and a great grandmaster in the making.
D. Gukesh could not be present here to receive the award as he's representing the country at the Chess Olympiad in Budapest, and he's gotten off to a winning start. A big round of applause to D. Gukesh there. We, of course, have an acceptance video from D. Gukesh, which we would like to play out for you now.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to express my gratitude to the Hindu Business Line for nominating me for the Young Changemaker Award 2024. It's an honor for me to receive this award. And I would also like to thank the Hindu group for highlighting many of my achievements so far and for all the support. And my very warm greetings to the Honorable Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am. And I unfortunately could not be there because I am representing India in the Chess Olympiad that is going on. But I wish you all a great time and wish the event a great success. And hopefully in the future I'll be able to be there. Thank you.
Wish you great success, Gukesh. Thank you so much for that sweet message. May I now request D. Gukesh's grandparents, Mrs. Usha and Mr. Dinesh, to please come forward up on the stage to receive the award on behalf of D. Gukesh. Thank you so much for all the sacrifice. Thank you so much for all the inspiration to put D. Gukesh on a fine pedestal. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to such wonderful people who have developed sport in our country. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman will be handing over the winner's trophy to the grandparents of D. Gukesh. Dr. Nirmala Lakshman to hand over the citation. And Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan will hand over a gift hamper. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled to introduce a very new award category this particular year, the Chairperson's Award. This special recognition honors those who have made a significant impact in the field of education. At the Hindu Group, we deeply value education, and through this award, we celebrate those who share our passion for shaping the future through learning. This award has been selected personally by our chairperson, Dr. Nirmala Lakshman, and acknowledges the profound impact this organization has made through its efforts in education. Let's take a moment to recognize their incredible work, and also to understand and see who the winner is.
Ashok Leyland's Road to School program. In 2015, Ashok Leyland launched the Road to School program to address educational disparities and uplift under-resourced communities, aiming to transform education in India's rural regions. Starting with just 36 schools in 2 clusters in Krishnagiri district, Tamil Nadu, the program has since expanded its reach to 2,196 schools across 5 states, impacting the lives of over 230,000 children today. The RTS program tackles key challenges in government schools located in remote areas, such as teacher shortages, inadequate learning resources, and low academic performance. As a result, the program has achieved up to 30% improvement in literacy and numeracy, with an impressive 95% of RTS students completing grade 10, compared to the national average of 85%. The program's success is unlocking over 50 crore in government welfare schemes for communities, further highlights its broader socio-economic impact. In addition to educational advancements, the RTS program has made substantial infrastructural contributions, including the construction of new school buildings, road improvements, and facility renovations. These efforts are complemented by programs such as the Road to Livelihood program that extend beyond academics, addressing critical issues like nutrition, health, hygiene, and social awareness through co-curricular activities and exposure visits. Such interventions have not only enriched students' education, but also fostered their social consciousness and overall development. The impact of the RTS program over the years clearly demonstrates that Ashok Leyland's dedication has not only transformed lives, but has also set a benchmark in corporate social responsibility that other organizations can strive to achieve. The Hindu Business Line is proud to honor Ashok Leyland's Road to School program with the Business Line Changemaker 2024 Chairperson's Award.
May I kindly invite Mr. Shenu Agarwal, the Managing Director, Ashok Leyland, and his team from Road to School to come on stage and receive the award from the Chairperson. Dr. Nirmala Lakshman presenting the trophy. The citation is up next. And of course, the citation up next, and then the gift hamper as well. Many congratulations to Ashok Leyland for this special award, a special category that has been initiated, and this is indeed an award that is close to the Hindu group.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Ashok Leyland, I expressed our deepest gratitude to Hindu Business Line for selecting our Road to School program as the winner of the Chairperson's Business Line Changemaker Awards 2024. The Road to School program is a testament to our commitment to fostering education and creating lasting positive impact in the communities we serve. In its 9th year now, the Road to School and Road to Livelihood initiatives have touched more than 2,400 schools spread over 6 states and have positively impacted more than 300,000 students, providing them with resources and opportunities for a brighter future. Our program works in rural and underdeveloped areas, largely with under-resourced government schools, and focuses on enhancing educational access, continued retention of students in educational system, and personal growth and development of the students, of the young minds. Looking ahead, we aim to impact 1 million students by 2030, continuing to drive meaningful change and create a more equitable future for all. Winning this award not only acknowledges our efforts, but also motivates us to further strengthen our initiatives to bring about meaningful change. This recognition is a significant honor for us, particularly given the esteemed presence of our Finance Minister, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, at the award ceremony. Your presence underscores the importance of initiatives that contribute to the holistic development of society. We sincerely thank the jury and the entire team at Business Line for recognizing our efforts. We look forward to continuing our partnership in driving sustainable and impactful change. Thank you once again for this distinguished honor.
Thank you very much, sir, for those inspiring words. Once again, many, many congratulations to Ashok Leyland. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's get across to the next category, which is the Iconic Change Maker. The Iconic Changemaker Award is given to an individual or an organization who has brought about significant change and transformed the country. Unlike other categories, we do not invite nominations for this award, and the jury selects the winner. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out who the winner is.
Ashok Jhunjhunwala, a visionary with expertise spanning academia, innovation, and entrepreneurship. His roots can be traced back to IIT Kanpur. He refined his skills at the University of Maine, where he earned his PhD and further sharpened them during his tenure as an assistant professor at Washington State University. With a soul deeply connected to his motherland, Professor Jhunjhunwala returned to India in 1981 and joined the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, where he set out to ignite influential changes. These efforts eventually earned him the Padma Shri Award. Professor Jhunjhunwala has consistently demonstrated his expertise as an innovator, notably through his introduction of groundbreaking solutions such as wireless in-local loop for rural communication, solar DC electricity for off-grid households and electric vehicles, transforming the lives of several thousand people by bringing light and connectivity to the most remote and challenging terrains. Leading the Telecommunications and Networks Group at IIT Madras, he has collaborated closely with industry to develop groundbreaking yet affordable products across various sectors. Efforts that culminated later in the establishment of the IIT Madras Research Park. This thriving ecosystem has seen over 300 startups flourish, generating 1,300 patents and reaching a combined valuation exceeding 47,000 crores. Professor Jhunjhunwala has also achieved several national and international accolades, including the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award and honorary doctorates from the University of Maine and Blekinge Institute of Technology, Sweden. A journey that paints a portrait of an individual driven by dedication and an unyielding passion to create an impact that resonates through every life he touches. The Hindu Business Line is proud to recognize Ashok Jhunjhunwala as an iconic change maker.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Professor Jhunjhunwala stepping up onto the stage very, very soon to receive the award. Big round of applause to Professor Jhunjhunwala. May I request our chief guest, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, to hand over the winner's trophy. Dr. Nirmala Lakshman to hand over the citation. And Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan, of course, to hand over the gift hamper. It is indeed my honor to read out the citation first up before I invite you to speak, Mr. Jhunjhunwala. Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala, ladies and gentlemen, a teacher, inventor, entrepreneur, and a mentor, has over the last 4 decades helped transform the lives of millions of people. The IIT Madras Research Park and its subsidiary, IIT Madras Incubation Cell, in the building of which Professor Jhunjhunwala had a major hand, stand tall as examples of academia-industry partnership. For those of you who are familiar with Chennai, it's right behind the campus. It's a huge incubation cell right behind. It's in a place called Taramani. He was instrumental in making sure that the 2 bodies were set up in time and within a tight budget. Under his stewardship as president, the research park developed dozens of cutting-edge technologies and spawned over 300 startups, mentored by the faculty of IIT Madras. It was Professor Jhunjhunwala's idea for mobile-to-mobile fund transfer, and the technology he developed for it formed the bedrock of the Unified Payment Interface, or UPI as it is called, which today stands testimony to India's technological prowess in global fora. He ideated and helped develop technology for low-cost ATMs for less than 1/10 of the then prevailing prices, making the machines ubiquitous today. It was Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala's radical and audacious idea of wireless in local loop, a technology marvel in the mid-1990s that formed the nucleus around which several telecommunications technologies have been built. He has trained thousands of students at IIT Madras, many of whom have gone on to occupy high positions in the corporate world and elsewhere. Professor Jhunjhunwala overcame hurdles with single-minded dedication and passion, never letting them come in the way of developing technologies for improving the lives of people. Easily approachable and ever willing to help, Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala leads an austere life for which he is even more loved by one and all. BusinessLine, of course, as you did see, takes pride in conferring the iconic Changemaker Award on Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala on this year. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. When I came back from US in 1981 to India, I had only one aim: to somehow see that India developed significantly. One of the first things that I noticed while I was at IIT Madras, that industry by and large imports all the technology from outside the country and just merely assemble and sells. And there is very little interaction between industry and academia. So one of the first things that I try to do is to get these two people to work together. These two people are tough. Neither the industry believes. Academia just wants to publish paper and wants money from us. Academia believes industry just wants to take all the technology from outside the country. They are not really interested in us. I think it is here, it was a huge fight, huge struggle, for long it took to get them to start working together. The second problem, of course, was things like, I had to wait for 8 years to get a telephone in 1980s. And why is that so? And one understood that the technology that we just import and produce is not affordable to most people. And we have to develop affordable technology within the country. And it is possible to do that. There are enough very bright people. Just they have to work. The third thing that I discovered very quickly, that there are very, very bright youngsters. Our youngsters, in fact, I see generation after me brighter than what we were. And the generation after that is even brighter. And we have large numbers. If we can just motivate them and show them some direction, they can conquer the world. And that is what we have been trying to do with the startups, with trying to get industry and academia to work, to do innovations, and to take up impossible tasks. All the time, everybody will tell you it is impossible. I have heard of that 50 times. We never give up. We know that it is possible. It is possible because we in India are very good at it. And thank you, madam. You have been a big inspiration. Thank you, Hindu Business Line, for doing this. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jhunjhunwala. Right, moving on to the final category, which is the Flagship Changemaker of the Year Award. The award is given to a person or an organization that has brought about far-reaching change in society with significant impact felt in the last year or two. The nominees are there on the screen that should be coming up. There you go, the nominees. Smriti Mandana, V. Kamakoti, International Financial Services Center Authority, IFSCA, Vande Bharat Integral Coach Factory. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, to find out who the winner is.
Integral Coach Factory, ICF. The sleek Vande Bharat trains have redefined the standards for the Indian traveling public with speed, comfort, safety, and eco-friendly amenities, establishing a new benchmark for modern train systems. At the heart of this remarkable achievement is the Integral Coach Factory in Perambur, Chennai, which, as part of the Make in India initiative, designed and manufactured the train completely in-house, later renamed the Vande Bharat Express. These semi-high-speed trains were designed and produced in just 18 months at a fraction of the cost by global manufacturers. This groundbreaking project has not only enhanced the travel experience on short-haul routes, but has also sparked a shift in preferences, with more business travelers now choosing Vande Bharat over air travel on routes like Bengaluru-Chennai. These trains are equipped with automatic doors, CCTV surveillance, fire detection systems, and anti-collision Kavach devices. ICF has turned out 75 Vande Bharat train sets as of July 2024 and plans 15 more trains this financial year. On the anvil are more variants on the Vande Bharat platform, such as a Vande Metro and Vande Sleeper trains. And as the world's largest railway coach manufacturer, Integral Coach Factory has exported coaches to 14 countries, further showcasing India's prowess in railway coach manufacturing. In June 2024, ICF rolled out its 75,000th coach, which is part of the 69th Vande Bharat train set. The Hindu Business Line is extremely proud to recognize the Integral Coach Factory as the Changemaker of the Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. U. Subbarao, who's the General Manager, ICF Chennai. He's there on his way up to the stage, yep. Big round of applause for Mr. Subbarao. May I request our Chief Guest, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, to hand over the winner's trophy. A citation up next from Dr. Nirmala Lakshman. And Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan will hand over the gift hamper. Before I request Mr. Subbarao to say a few words, let me just read out the citation for the benefit of the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, Vande Bharat trains manufactured by the Integral Coach Factory, or the ICF, at Perambur in Chennai have redefined travel for Indians. These sleek, semi-high-speed trains offer greater riding comfort and have reduced travel times, as we've all experienced. Vande Bharat is a signal achievement for ICF, which rolled out its first coach way back in 1955. In June 2024, coach number 75,000 rolled out fittingly on a Vande Bharat train set. In these 69 years, ICF has emerged as the largest rail coach manufacturer in the world, and its coaches run in more than a dozen countries. The Vande Bharat train project has given ICF a renewed sense of purpose and upgraded its technical base. It is indeed a fine example of Make in India. The success of the project is evident from the clamor for introduction of sleek trains from states across India and the swelling order books of ICF, which has so far produced 75 Vande Bharat train sets till July 2024. While 15 more train sets will be produced in 24-25, ICF has orders for a total of 97 chair car trains. Yet another marker of Vande Bharat's success is the extension of the platform to more variants. The metro version, which is set for introduction shortly, and the sleeper train, which is undergoing trials, are set to revolutionize passenger experience and bring the country at par with the developed world. The Vande Bharat brand is steering ICF to greater heights and transforming what was once a stodgy coach manufacturer into a modern producer of state-of-the-art passenger trains. BusinessLine, as is evident, is very, very proud to confer the Changemaker of the Year 2024 on the Integral Coach Factory for the design and manufacture, ladies and gentlemen, of Vande Bharat trains.
Good evening and thank you very much, ma'am, BusinessLine and the jury members. It's really a privilege, honor, and a matter of prestige that on the behalf of all the people of team ICF back in Chennai, I have this privilege of receiving this award. ICF, as everybody has stated here, started way back in 1955. We are 70 years old now, and we had the momentous occasion of producing the 75,000th coach, and ICF is the largest coach manufacturer in the world under one roof. But the change what we're talking about is the Vande Bharat, The seed started probably in 2014 when Honorable Prime Minister took over the reins of India with great vision for the whole country. And to take the vision forward, the Indian Railways had a mega event where leaders from all over the country assembled together in 2016 November and ideated on new innovative thoughts and came up with this train, which could be a quantum change from whatever trains we actually produced till that time, which were just incremental in nature. And within less than 2 years, by 2018 December, the train was produced due to the hard work, dedication of all the people of ICF, the designers, the people on the shop floor, the vendors, and the supply chain. And I'm proud to say that as I stand today, in fact, there was a challenge given to us once the train was produced on August 15th, 2021, when Prime Minister of India gave us a big target and a challenge that we should produce these trains much faster, and 75 of them were to be put on road. And I'm very, very proud to say that as I stand today, we have met this target. And in fact, on 16th and 17th of 15th and 16th of this month, 12 more trains are being introduced for the service of India. Now, Professor Junjunwala was actually lamenting that technology is not being produced in India. Sir, I can assure you, the whole technology is completely Indian. And it is probably the very, very proud moment for all of us that we have produced such a beautiful train. And now we are in a position where we can handhold our other cousins in the railways, the modern coach factory and rail coach factory, and the BEML, to produce more and more of these trains. And I'm sure in a couple of years, or maybe 3 to 4 years from now, the whole traveling experience in India would have changed. And probably that's probably a change maker what we are talking about. Thank you very much once again, BusinessLine and ma'am.
Okay then, we've witnessed some incredible stories of transformation. We've witnessed incredible stories of resilience and dedication. And it's been truly an honor to celebrate the change makers who are making a real difference in our society. Let us take a moment to extend our heartfelt congratulations to all the winners tonight. Your remarkable contributions in driving positive change inspire us all. And of course, a huge round of applause to all the nominees as well. Equally important to be a part of our society. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to hear from our esteemed chief guest, who's a change maker in her own right. Ma'am, may we please invite you to deliver your keynote address.
Good evening, and thank you, the Hindu group, to have me here. Dr. Nirmala Lakshman, Sri Venugopalan, Editor Sri Raghuveer Srinivasan. Thanks to each one of you all for inviting me here today. Let me begin by congratulating and giving my word of appreciation for the wonderful work that each one of the awardees have been mentioned here for, and also for those who were nominees. It's not easy to reach this level, and I'm sure the awards will be yours for the next time. India has always seen a lot of quiet work happening in the ground. And that's not just now, it's been the case always. But of late, there is an increasing tendency to recognize it and to bring them to light. And in that, what Hindu BusinessLine is doing now for the 6th year is a very big contribution towards recognizing true change makers. I appreciate the Hindu BusinessLine for this brilliant work because it involves so much of coordination at different levels, gather the information, have a very credible jury looking into it, and then also to get everybody around and to have the awards given in public. So this work, I think, brings to the fore the kind of dedication with which people don't wait for governments. They see change happening in the ground. They want to contribute. Each one of them have done such significant work in changing our society. And in this context, every year you find a set of people who you wouldn't have imagined make that kind of an impact. This year you focused very clearly on financial, social, and digital transformation, other than the Chairperson's Award, which speaks of a lifetime contribution towards science, technology, and innovation. Many of the recipients of the award this time are people about whom we've read recently in the papers, and some with whom I've had the fortunate times to have some kind of a interaction. Professor Jhunjhunwala is one such a person with whom I've had some opportunity to interact. When a couple of years ago as Minister of Commerce, I had gone, Minister of Industries, I had gone to IIT Madras. That was just when, as Minister Industry, I had the luck to work closely with the Honorable Prime Minister in starting up the startup revolution. Startups have existed in this country before, but the keenness with which the PM formed policies, framed such legislations, and enabled the world of startups to give opportunities to our young, and in that, periodic advice obtained from Dr. Jhunjhunwala was not just very significant, but they were critical, and they made a lot of difference to very many young people who want to contribute through the innovative ways to India's growth and development. So here, one personal experience that I'm able to speak about, but there are several others like that who have recognized. In this, the broad context I want to draw to your attention is, particularly after COVID, we find that this drive in people to not only improve their lot, but to be able to improve the immediate neighborhood or to contribute significantly to fundamental changes in India has become distinct. And that is why India's recovery post-COVID has been all across the board. And every stream sees people wanting to do something towards the society. And that is where I dedicate post-COVID recovery to the people of India, because without them literally sitting up and then motivating themselves to come out and do something for themselves, their families, and to the society, India's recovery wouldn't be such significantly observed globally. And on this, of course, all of us finally can always say the government and the visionary leadership contributes in making it easy for the people, in making it in a facilitated manner for people to contribute and also recover from once-in-a-century pandemic. In this, I think the 4 words we in the government use, I've heard at least 2 of them being repeatedly said here. We speak about reform, we speak about perform, we speak about transform. And recently, Prime Minister also added inform to it. So reform, perform, transform, and inform. Honorable Prime Minister's 4 words which have been repeatedly said applies to the people of India. You are the ones who are performing. You are the ones who are transforming. And no wonder today the Changemaker Award sees people at various different parts of the country, in various different parts of the country, and taking up those catalytic activities which have an impact on the society, be it science, be it social work, be it working with children for giving them better access to education. Impossible changes are happening in the ground. And that is why I think it is important for us to recognize them. And finally, the last word in the 4-worded mantra, if I can say so, is inform. And in that, the media plays a very important role. I'm glad that the Hindu group, I'm glad Hindu Business Line has taken this up. Like one of the awardees commented, we didn't think that business newspaper will be interested in these sort of activities. Will they recognize these sort of things? You are doing it. And therefore, informing the people of India about the transformational changes which are happening through individuals or small groups of people who believe in what they want India to be seen as, are contributing in the ground. And it is important to recognize. I appreciate once again the Hindu group for taking up this particular cause and going through the rigor every year to recognize and also therefore to bring them on for and to give them the awards, which they so well deserve. It is exactly for this reason I like to bring the Mann Ki Baat of the Prime Minister, which happens every last Sunday of each month. There's no politics being spoken there, but he has sources of information in the sense where people write to him. They put out messages to the Prime Minister through various ways, emails, MyGov, of small transformational work which is happening around them or in the villages, far-flung villages and so on. So these people are brought to the fore when the Mann Ki Baat happens, where the Honorable PM speaks for half an hour. But he speaks about those unknown people of India who believe that they can be the change maker and build roads, give little assistance to the people who so deserve it, attend to people who need help, elderly being taken care of, and various novel ways in which they contribute to our society. So Mann Ki Baat has been one source of informing people about such unknown people who are doing brilliant work all over the country in changing the way in which we are evolving as a mature society. And that is why the Padma Awards of late, which is being of late in the sense in the last few years, gives recognition, due recognition, and well-deserved recognition to those unknown people. They could be 90-year-old yoga teacher, or it could be a lady who's in the village holding a big seed bank of all native seeds. It could be rice varieties, or it could be some Sri Anna, the millet, or the coarse grains. There are wonderful work which people of India are doing, which goes unnoticed otherwise. And I therefore think this exercise will have to be widened in its scope. This exercise will have to go further deeper into many parts of India and bring out these exemplars who others will have to follow, copy, replicate. And this is what is going to give that momentous change for transforming India, so that what Professor Jhunjhunwala said, I had to wait 8 years for a phone. We are not doing that anymore. But there are many more things which have to change as well. We need to be a better country. We need to have better, facilities for our own people. The quality of our life will have to change. Environment consciousness will have to change. And also the way in which Wildlife Society has been awarded, the excellent work that such societies are making, particularly when there is animal-human conflict. We need to apply our minds on that as well. There are many television channels which are doing immensely good work in highlighting the service that many people are doing towards environment protection. India is rich in its environment diversity. We have so much to do there as well. So one can always talk much more on these kinds of topics, but those of whom are working in the ground, not just talking, but changing, bringing that transformational change, are to be recognized, and that's what you've done. Once again, my word of appreciation to the Hindu group and the Hindu Business Line. And thanks for having me here. Once again, a big applause for all those who have won the award this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your words of appreciation. May I now request Dr. Nirmala Lakshman, who is the chairperson of the Hindu Group, and Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan, who is the editor of the Business Line, to please present a memento to our esteemed chief guest. Big round of applause. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking your time out. Thank you so much always for the encouragement and support. To be fair, ladies and gentlemen, I guess every moment has been very, very special this particular evening. But we just go one step further for a very special moment. It is the launch of the Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Tabloid that is up next on the agenda. This special issue chronicles the journey, transformation, and hard work of all the remarkable change makers that we have honored tonight. I now invite the following dignitaries to join us on stage for the official launch. Dr. S. Y. D. Subramaniam, who's the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor of Sastra University. Can we have your company on stage, sir? Mr. Aditya Gupta, who's the Executive Director, Life Insurance Corporation of India. Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta. Mr. Vivek Srivastava, who's the Country Sales Manager, India and SAARC for Fortinet. Thank you so much, sir. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It indeed is a very, very special evening, this. Mr. L.V. Navneet, who's the CEO of the Hindu Group. Mr. K. Venugopal, who's the chairman of Kasturi and Sons Limited. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the launch of this special edition. May I request our dignitaries to be on stage for that launch. Keep the applause going. That is indeed a very, very special edition. There will be a photo opportunity for this. Credibility is the first word that comes to our mind when we talk about the Hindu, we talk about the business line. Credibility over the years across a wide variety of subjects. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing the honors. Thank you, Mr. Venugopal. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would want to capture this wonderful evening with a group photograph. May I kindly request all the winners across all categories to please come up on stage with your trophy, of course, to be alongside our esteemed guests on stage. All the winners from all the categories, if you could make your way up here, please. The crowd has gone quiet. They're all winners, yeah? Every one of them excelled in their areas and proud winners, of course, of this special edition of the Hindu BusinessLine Changemaker Awards. If you're happy with the photographs that you have clicked, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, of course, to all the winners and our esteemed dignitaries for joining us on stage. Your contributions have made this evening truly special. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to call upon Mr. Suresh Balakrishna, who is the Chief Revenue Officer of the Hindu Group, to deliver his vote of thanks.
Raghuveer makes it a habit that once the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs is there, Chief Revenue Officer should deliver the vote of thanks. So I think it's appropriate, yes, to end the program. And she says to end the program and not to spend anything more. I agree with her completely on that one. Thank you, ma'am, for yet again coming to the BusinessLine Changemaker Awards. Year before last, she was our chief guest, and we're making it a habit to call you. Please do grace this function. You've seen the kind of efforts, and we hope you'll keep coming to our awards function. Our Changemakers, all of you who came on stage, all the winners, thank you so much. Great work. All the nominees, thank you so much for putting together all this. Our jury members, my heart bleeds for you, right? More than 900 nominations, and to go through all that over 2 days of deliberations and then to come up with these kind of winners, a tough job. I don't envy you, but fabulous job. Thank you so much, our jury members. The BusinessLine readers and our audiences, thank you so much for getting up every morning, picking up that paper or logging on and reading us and giving us feedback, and that's what gives us strength. Thank you so much, our readers. RK, our MC, there was bad traffic today and slight delay in our finance minister arriving here. You held the audience together so well. RK, thank you so much. Fabulous evening, well done. ITC Maurya for such a wonderful, every year we do it here, and it's a fabulous venue. Thank you so much, ITC. Hyperlink Brand Solutions, Gautam, wherever you are, shout out to you and Jairam and my friends for organizing. They are the event organizers. All my colleagues from the Hindu Group, thank you so much. Raghu, the editorial team, my advertising team, circulation team, the production team for such a wonderful tabloid. All of us at the Hindu Group, thank you so much. But the most important are our partners. My friend Vaidi, thank you so much. Shastra, yet again, for supporting us like you always do every year. It's a pillar of strength for us. State Bank of India, our associate partners, LIC, J&K Bank, NTPC, Union Bank of India, NMDC, Indian Bank, Allahabad, SR, Punjab and Sindh Bank, and Swelect Energy. Thank you, Casagrande, for our reality partner. Fortinet, our cybersecurity partner. Our TV partner, NDTV 24/7. And let's not forget our knowledge partners, Ashoka, Deloitte, and our validation partner, Neeti. Thank you once again for each one of you for gracing the BusinessLine Changemaker Awards and making this evening truly memorable. And each one of you, please applause to you in this weather to trundle your way across Delhi traffic and make it here. Thank you so much. But we are not, apart from all the great awardees you saw, please stay back, have dinner with us. If you feel like having a tipple, please enjoy a glass of wine with us, network with everybody. The evening is still young. It's a Friday night. So enjoy yourselves. We hope to meet you after this evening. Thank you, ma'am, once again. So happy to have you here. Thank you, and good night. Shubh Ratri.